So my rear tire debeaded recently, and I wanted to show you guys how you can replace it on your own for really cheap. Picked up this mismatch set for around $100 and did the rear wheel and figured I'd film how I did the front wheel. So I put the front forks up on some jack stands, and this is the new tire I'm putting on. As I was taking the wheel out, those two spacers fell out, so be careful not to lose those, they're important. This is the kit I ordered. It was $16 delivered. Comes with 2 short spoons, a long one, some rim protectors, and a core kit. Let the air out of the tire and use the valve core kit to remove the core. It's probably going to launch out, so don't lose it, and put the protector on to protect your rim from the spoons. Now, the technique for breaking the bead is to have both the spoons facing up and the middle one facing down. So you create a little gap and then grab onto the seated part of the bead and create a little gap right there, and then you should be able to push down and break the bead all around the rim. We're now going to repeat the process on the other side of the rim. So we're going to flip it over and use the same technique, the 2 outer spoons facing up and the inner spoon facing down to grab that little piece of rubber where it grabs onto the rim. Second one should be a little easier. As you can see, now both sides of the tire are off the rim, and we can move on to putting the protectors back on the rim and leveraging the sidewall over the rim on one of the sides. Then, maintaining pressure on the outer 2, you can move the middle one out to one of the sides and kind of work your way around the rim. We have one side off, we can wedge a spoon through on the other side and just give it a push to get it off all the way. Take your new tire and make sure the rotation arrow is aligned correctly with the direction, and get yourself some Windex or soapy water and kind of just bounce the tire to get one side over. At this point, you can lube up the top of the tire using the same 3-spoon technique. Start popping the sidewall over the rim. Kind of in the same fashion, you're gonna work your way around, and once you get to around this point here, it becomes very challenging. So I had to make a positional change and even stand on the tire to keep it from debeading as I was getting it over. But as you can see, now the tire is mounted, and we're gonna put the valve core back in so it will hold air. You're gonna need the tool again for this. So now you can go to any air pump because the wheels are really small, and use it to seat the bead. You should hear 2 distinct pops. And there you go, your tire's done. You can put the spacers back in and put the wheel back on the bike as it was. That easy.